Like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Hey, what's cooking, good looking? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing well. Oh, me? I'm doing fantastic, is how I'm doing. Because Gamescom is officially underway. And with Gamescom, we got a bunch of new gameplay for Resident Evil 9. Oh my god, dude. Finally. Am I right? Like, dude, Resident Evil 9 is currently my most anticipated game for the foreseeable future. I'm a huge Resident Evil fan. I'm a huge Capcom game fan. You guys know this about me. Speaking of Capcom, we did get a bunch of gameplay for Onimusha as well as Pragmata, which I really want to talk about. Pragmata, it's like this weird, like, it's achieved this weird legendary status because it was delayed so many times, right? There's an air of mystique about it, you know? You know what, that's neither here or there. I'll make a whole separate video about Pragmata because, like I said, it does interest me. Today we're going to talk about Resident Evil 9 because I am a huge Resident Evil fan, and I've been waiting to talk about this game. It's just that Capcom hasn't really given us much to talk about, right? They revealed it at the not the Game Awards, the Summer Games Fest, and that's it. They didn't really give us much to talk about. We got that first trailer. They're like, hey, this is Resident Evil 9. You play as Grace, the most scared woman alive, the daughter of Alyssa from a previous Resident Evil game. She's being chased by this giant lady, and that's it. Have fun, guys. And that's it. That's all we got. So, Gamescom's going on. We got a bunch of new gameplay. That's where this gameplay is coming from. Really quick, guys, before we start talking about this stuff, do me a favor, leave a like, subscribe if you guys like Capcom stuff. That would help you out a lot. We're almost at 3,000 subs. We're dangerously close, dare I say. But let's talk about Resident Evil 9, right? Because, dude, this game looks scary as shit. I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. I'm a huge Resident Evil fan. This game is really interesting because there's a gimmick where you can basically switch between first person and third person on the fly, right? If you're a fan of the modern Resident Evil games like I am, which is not saying much because I like all the Resident Evil games, but like, you know, Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil Village, right? What some may refer to as the scariest Resident Evil games, you can play in first person. But if you want to play more traditionally, you're a fan of Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 5, you can switch to third person in the main menu, right? That's literally all it takes. You just switch to third person. But they do recommend that you play in first person during the scarier scenes, right? So there's like a recommended style, but you can play any way you want. I think that's really interesting, right? And then they said that they basically had to develop two games simultaneously because of that, right? That is really cool. That is really interesting because if this game plays anything to go by, this game's gonna be scary as shit, right? So in this gameplay, we get our main character, Grace Ashcroft, the daughter of Alyssa Ashcroft. And basically, Alyssa, she supposedly died. You guys can't see me right now, but I'm doing air quotes. She died, wink wink, and she died in this hotel in Raccoon City. And Alyssa, she's basically, not Alyssa, Grace, I'm sorry. Grace is her daughter. Grace, she's sitting here on this like FBI mission, right? She's also kind of looking for her mom, sort of, kind of. And she's sneaking around this like spooky mansion that's been converted into this like medical center, basically. And Grace, I think she's really fascinating because she is really scared, dude. I know they wanted Ethan to be like the everyman in Resident Evil 7 and 8, right? So he would get scared of things, but like, dude, Grace is afraid of things in this game, dude. She's the scaredest woman alive, right? If you switch the gameplay to third person mode, when she's running, dude, she's tripping all over herself. She's spooked. She's shivering in her timbers, right? I kind of love that. I can't wait to see how she goes from being this, this scaredy cat ass girl to this, right? This is her and her like hero shot, right? Where she's got that confidence, right? I don't know, man, dude. Confident Grace. She's kind of she's kind of hot, dude. I don't know. But anyway, during this demo, right, Grace, she stumbles upon this corpse, and then it leads to an encounter with the stalker enemy of this game, right? Who we're gonna lovingly refer to as Big Mama, right? And not Big Mama like, you know, like a Lady D kind of way, you know, because that, listen, I love me some Lady D, man. That's a big woman right there, man. Lady D's interesting because, like, she's kind of scary, but, like, also there's some scarousal going on there. If Lady D approached me in a dark alley and she asked me to take her out for some McDonald's or something, dude, we're hitting the McDonald's, dude. You know, and not just the dollar menu. We're going top shelf. I'm talking Big Macs and stuff. This Big Mama, this other Big Mama, we're calling her Big Mama because she's actually a big version of Grace's mother. So we're going with the literal sense of the term Big Mama, right? And this hasn't been 100% confirmed or anything, right? That Big Mama is Alyssa, but it's her, okay? It's her. It's really funny because during the Summer Games Fest, there was a lot of people that were saying that Big Mama looks kind of like, what's the chick's name? From Resident Evil 1. Help me out, guys. What's her name? Lisa Trevor. That's her name. Man, you guys are no help. You know that? Her name is Lisa Trevor. People at the Summer Games Fest, they were like, oh, dude, the Big Mama that stalks you during Resident Evil 9, it's Lisa Trevor. It looks just like her. She even makes the sound effects that Lisa Trevor makes. So, no, it's not her. I don't know what they were looking at. These two characters look completely different. Just being honest with you, I can see some similarities there, but they are different characters. So this is Alyssa, Grace's mom. So she didn't die. She was captured. She was mutated. It was pointed out by Dust Golem over on Twitter. Some of her sound effects are reused zombie sound effects, right? So Lisa Trevor, some of her sound effects are being used for Big Mama Alyssa, weirdly, right? Also, the female Ganados from Resident Evil 4 remake, some of their sound effects are reused too, right? So what does this mean? I don't know. I think Capcom is just, reusing some, some zombie lady assets, right? I honestly don't know what to make of that, but that is one thing, right? Maybe that's why people thought it was Lisa Trevor, right? Maybe they did that on purpose to throw you guys off. I don't know, man. I don't know. That is really fascinating. But anyway, through this gameplay, Grace, she has to find a fuse, and then she has to find a key. You know how Resident Evil works by now. And while she's sneaking around this medical wing, Big Mama is chasing her around. The interesting thing, though, is that there is a save room, right? It's this room, and it's covered head to toe in those super bright ass LED lights. You know the ones? You know the ones, right? It's like white light. So Big Mama will chase you, and then once you get to this safe room, she can't enter it because the lights, they like burn her skin, right? So she backs off, she jumps into the roof, and that's how she's moving around. She's like crawling through the rafters and stuff, right? Listen, I don't blame her, man. Have you ever walked into a room with all these LED lights on? Dude, it is torture. That's not even a bioweapon thing. That's just, dude, turn those lights off, dude. Wasting all the energy. Spoiler alert, from people that played the Summer Games Fest version of this, after you receive the last item that you get, she's gonna chase you back to this save room, and then lightning's gonna strike and blow out all the bulbs, right? Which means she can actually walk into this save room now, right? Dude, that is pure evil. Diabolical, dare I say, on Capcom's part. But you know what? I think... I can't wait to play this, dude. I'm super excited about this. And I think, more than anything, I can't wait to see where all this leads to, right? Because, like, we've heard from, like, multiple sources that Resident Evil 9, this game is, like, way bigger than what Capcom is showing us, right? That all of this that we're looking at This is like the first 20 minutes of the game. Everything with Grace and, you know, this the hotel and this medical center, all of this is like super duper early game stuff. And that this is going to lead to like, you know, to like Leon and exploring Raccoon City, and that this game, the ending of this game is going to like tie together all of the loose threads of like, you know, Leon, Chris, Jill, possibly, right? All the Raccoon City stuff, it's going to be handled with this game, right? So they can move on to future things. I don't know if that's necessary, right? I feel like Resident Evil 7 was already doing that, right? We were leading to like a whole new area, a whole new cast of characters. That led into Village. So they already went super duper experimental. They could have just kept going with that. But like, the way people are wording this, dude, they better not kill off Leon, bro. That's all I'm gonna say, man. They better, hey, right? They better not kill off Leon, dude. Anyway, guys, that's the video. That's most of the new information we got. Like I said, Capcom, they're being really tight-lipped with this stuff. What do you guys think? Do you guys think Resident Evil 9 looks good? Dude, I think it looks incredible. I can't wait to see where this Grace stuff leads to. That's my only concern. I need to see her leave this like medical thing, this hospital. That's the word I was looking for. And, you know, further explore Raccoon City, right? Because that's where I think the meat of this game is. Anyway, guys, that's the video. I'll catch you guys in the next one.
心の底が話し出す枯れたさながら転がるタイヤのようにタイヤと切る三つ目のダイヤ悲しみが染みた生き死には死にか行きつけば自ら知りあるキラーブランニューエラーネバーエバーネガーエバー叶うことなど皆無